On a bad day, Bass Strait is one of the most dangerous bodies of water in the world. This is forefront in the mind of the sea kayaker when they make the decision to cross. Wind travels for 10,000 kilometres around the world unimpeded, creating giant swell when it runs into the shallow shelf between the Aussie mainland and Tasmania. They were recorded at up to 20 metres when rescuing sailors during the 1998 Sydney to Hobart yacht race. We make lines in life and they follow us around like a shadow. I think of my line when training and how it'll trail behind me when crossing Bass Strait. It's all about the confidence to depart.
The big news is that Tim can't come anymore, and realising that 2 or 3 people is just not going to be the kind of expedition party I wanted. Word got out pretty quick, and within 24 hours I knew of 2 other guys going across and said, hey, why don't we combine forces?
So I was chatting to Neil Brenton. He does a lot of the repairs on my kayak, and mentioned that this strange guy Beau was travelling across to Tassie roughly about the same time as us. So, hey, heard you going over, we're going over as well. Next thing you know, we're all paddling here at Flinders.
So essentially our 3 will join there too, and we'll go across a week earlier. And this is our first paddle together. We'll go and see how the dynamics works and how our boats work. And I've got to get good rest too. You know, I've been burning the candle a bit much. I dare say that's one of the hardest things about expeditions. When you're a busy, ambitious person, to bugger off for 3 weeks, you've got to tie a lot away before you go away.
I'm unemployed.
He's unemployed, so he's all right. Yeah, that's the ultimate place to be in as an expeditioner, unemployed with an open end. He's got months. I've got weeks. Those guys have only got a fortnight, you know, so it says a lot about how you deal with the travel and how you enjoy it, with how much time you've got left at the end of it, you know.
I know I'm going to be in this for the best part of 3 weeks, and the worst thing you can have is to start to get angry with your boat or not like it. It has to, it sounds really cliche, but it has to become a part of you. Otherwise, you just get fed up. And you get frustrated and annoyed and angry, and it gets in your head more than your body.
So I'm just looking at the wind now. We've met our guys, and this determines where we put in and what day we put in, as in our starting point. Monday is gorgeous. Jesus, look at that. 4 knots, 3 knots, 2 knots, 5 knots. That is dead calm.
It was a real shame not to have Matty with us for the lead-up days. Such a great guy and really good company. But as ski patrol director at Falls Creek, he lives in the mountains. He's 5 hours away. There's lots of things about Matt that you wouldn't know. He's very humble. And if he's anything in my eyes, he's this exceptional decision maker. Up in the mountains, he does his training on an alpine lake.
Raining lightly and about 10-knot breeze, so good fun.
Hey, we've got Dan here too, by the way. Dan.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
It's kind of crap that we haven't paddled as a trio together, but I suppose it'll be kind of neat to do that off the bat too.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, firstly, how'd you go yesterday paddling with the guys?
Look, lovely fellas, and I think it's going to work real well. They seem to be pretty hard nuts, and they're not stupid. They were supposed to do it last year and just ran out of time.
Yeah, what boats are they in?
So I don't even. What's Craig's called?
It looks like an epic.
It is so ugly. Craig's boat is the ugliest boat. It's Swedish and it's fast as shit. Saturday at the prom has even dropped since we saw it. Mm. And my golly, Sunday, Monday just looked magnificent.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Thanks, Matty. We'll talk no doubt tomorrow.
Cheers, mate.
See you, fellas.
See you, Dig.
Bye.
Good, eh?
Realisation setting in. Total, like, one use, you use it and then they rescue you.
Boom,
thing.
yeah,
Okay,
you can't
cool.
reverse this fella.
You can show me how to, well, it probably self-explanatory about how you use it.
So there's your antenna. Boom, that gives you the thingy.
I thought you just set it off.
It is now on.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Jesus Christ.
We're about to be rescued. Cool.
Well, it's nice to know it works.
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen and it's really hot. This is sweat. Food is massively important. This is where you'll have hundreds and hundreds of items make their way into the boat. I wish I was doing this with others. You know, I wish the other boys were here or up in the shed and we'd do all this together, where we make stuff and you have cups of tea in between.
I'm a bit worried. For every day I seem to progress forward now. Beau tends to bring the trip a day earlier, so I'm losing 2 days for every day. I need to spend time in the boat. Over the course of the trip, I'm probably going to spend like 100 hours in the boat, and at the moment I've spent 3. So my aim today, and for today and tomorrow, is to just sit in the boat.
So we're in this time zone at the moment, which is tricky because we're trying to figure out if this window that we've got on Friday, Saturday, Sunday is really good, or if it's just okay, and then we're trying to massage it to be good. There's a little piece of me too, which is it's a Beauism. Is it just, Beau, it's, you know, death by analysis. Just get down there on the beach and have a crack. And yeah, sure, retreat if you have to. There's a bit more sense of fun in it, you know. Kids never do this when they want to go and climb a tree. They just go and climb a tree. Well, I've got to try and come up with an adult version of that.
Got a call from Beau, basically just saying, pull the trigger, mate. We're going tomorrow, lunchtime, which obviously meant we had to be here at 5 AM to get ready and go. All of a sudden, I just had a million things to do. Spray deck, life jacket, shoes, paddle. Make sure Beau's got his paddle, okay? Double check him. 2 paddles.
We're caught on the hop a bit, you know, some of our comms equipment, charging up things, gluing up hatches, double checking and triple checking things that need to be triple checked haven't really been done. And look, it's the best weather. The longer we wait, the more risky the trip gets. So weighing it up, this is a no-brainer. Okay, we leave Melbourne, we head down to the Prom, the southern tip of the Australian mainland. That is our start point. We then basically work our way along all of these islands out in Bass Strait, where we finish at Little Muscle Row Bay. We jump in a mate's ute, he takes us to Devonport. That's where the ferry's waiting. The ferry then takes us through to Melbourne. Boom. Lots to do on the car on the way down, but otherwise, look, the hay's in the barn now, the boats are on the trailer, and we've got heaps of dry bags full of stuff. You get to this point where it's just all faff. You just want to go, you just want to be paddling. Mate, we'll drop them at the caravan park, no problem. That's Paul, he's Paul and Craig, so we're going to drop their kayaks at the caravan park so they can tinker with them tonight when they get in and bring them down in the morning. When we went for a paddle last weekend, of course, we were all going to depart on the same day, but they couldn't come today, so they're going to start tomorrow and try and do a big day and catch us up. And you've just got to take these things one day at a time and live in that day too, because otherwise it all gets a bit much sometimes. You think, God, I've got to paddle another 400 or 500 Ks. And I'm really looking forward to Matt to get here. Yeah, an hour ago I was really stoked. I thought, oh, Matty will be here any minute. We'll pack, we'll get on the beach, we'll go. And now we're packed and we're ready and we've got to wait. But Matty's just driven a hell of a way, 7 or 8 hours. So, I've just got to be patient. We'll still get our 5 hours of paddling in and we'll get as far as we can. When conditions are perfect, it can only get worse. And that's a horrible thing to think, but conditions right now are perfect. And I just think, oh, right, if we wait 2 hours, you get out on the water and there's a prickle of wind and another prickle of wind and all of a sudden you've got white caps and you think, God. In saying that, we know it's very, very good, that the forecast for wind for the next few days is exceptional, and that excites me.
I've been going solo for years. You know, these sort of trips inside your own head, this existential journey, you don't laugh much. They're very serious. Well, this was about sharing it with Dan and Matt. There's 2 great guys who had never met. You know, it's kind of like their eHarmony, you know, their matchmaker. And so waiting there on the beach and sharing the experience, this was a new kind of expedition for me.
Alright, so it's getting a bit serious now. I'm gonna get all these boats up. One just got flipped on its head, which could be damaged.